Hey guys and gals, Von Baden here. We're going to do a video. I don't know exactly how this is going to work because I don't want to put the camera too close to what I'm doing. I don't want to get it covered with paint. So I'm doing some airbrushing today, and what I am going to paint is I am going to finish, well, the next step, we'll put it that way, the next step in my Deathstroke, not Deathstroke mask. And I'm getting things set up because once I start painting, I will try to show you guys some of what's going on, but for the most part, I don't think I'm going to be able to show you as it goes, just because I don't want to end up covering my camera with paint. So I have my compressor set up, I have the gun, I gotta still mix the paint and all that, but once I start mixing paint, I'm gonna have the respirator on and you guys won't be able to hear me talk. I know some of you probably say, yay, he can't talk, but we're gonna kind of go over a few things here real quick before I do that. This is my Deathstroke, not Deathstroke. Yes, those are playing cards, and what I'm going to do, there is spots that are open, and there's reasons for that, and we'll get into that later when I do the rest of the paint job. But I wanted to get a textured look, and what I attempted to do was, I thought it would bleed through, can't really see it on camera too well, but there is a checkered on this. I was hoping that it would bleed through the white paint and show up, but it did not. So what I'm going to do is use this, which is a non-skid padding you'd put in cupboards to prevent things from moving around, or under a dry mat or something like that if you're drying off dishes, so the cups don't move around. And I got this from, I want to say, the dollar store, $1, $10, $2 maybe, I'm not really sure. But what you do, granted this is such, there's so many different ins and outs and peaks and valleys and all that, I can't. Normally you would put this over the whole thing, paint it, and then remove it. But for what I'm wanting to do, I'm wanting to get some of it where it's really dark, some of it where it's a little bit lighter, kind of hit and miss here and there to add an element to it. And then I have something I'm going to do later to that to gross it up a bit more, and then some other things that I don't want to tell you everything just yet, then you'll be like, oh, I already knew about that later. So, nonetheless, you put this over it, you airbrush it in, and normally, like I said, you would have this over the whole thing. I'm not doing that. I'll end up pulling it up and going other places, and, you know, here, there, moving the checkers back and forth to do that. Now, for this, I will be using my airbrush, green airbrush paint, and I will be using some Windex in there to dilute it, mainly so my gun doesn't get clogged up from the paint, and that will be no fun whatsoever to clean later. So as long as I don't make a mess on my hands, I should be able to do this and talk to you. But in this mix, I do about 50% of what's in this will be paint. The other 50%, actually I probably should put a little bit more just because I got more to cover. But 50% paint to 50% Windex. And it was a trick that I had seen someone else do, and or not do per se, but they said they went a 50-50 ratio with Windex and their paint to prevent gun from clogging. I mean, it doesn't dilute it a whole lot as far as the color, but it definitely helps with the other stuff. So, all right, guys and gals, Bombotting back now. I got it painted. I was gonna run the video through the whole thing, but this saves me a lot of time on that editing and stuff out. So green pad, sporadically placed, you end up with this. Now this is not the final thing. I'm going to dingy up the cards that are on this. I have some puffy paint that I'm hoping that the look I'm going for is to make the cards look more like part of the flesh, growing into the face, and we'll see how that turns out. So, but that is the end result. I wanted to get that darker, lighter in areas pattern, and now I can move on to the next step. One step closer to the Deathstroke, not Deathstroke mask being finished. So, hopefully you've enjoyed this video, using these mats to get a really cool checkered look. Some overlapping, some going different directions was what I was going for. And if you did enjoy this video, give it a good old thumbs up. If you didn't enjoy this video, give it a good thumbs up. If this is your first time to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I'm posting stuff like this every week. Not exactly this exact technique, but different things that I'm working on and things that I'm going to be working on. So, stick around. See what you can find them you'd enjoy to see and watch. And I'm rambling now, so I'm just going to shut up and get on off of here. And I will see you on the next one. Thanks.